And welcome to the B side, where we talk about Bond shit that isn't necessarily the movies. And today we're going to talk about one of our friendly members. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm not that friendly, first of all. Let's get that straight. Patrick Barry, I'm 46. I am married and I have three kids.
Awesome, awesome. You're getting busy there, Barry. Three
Well, I
kids.
try.
So, what would you say is generally your taste in movies?
I love Westerns. Um, I don't have any particular genre that I, you know, absolutely despise, although I'm not huge into science fiction stuff. And I do tend to like older movies, be that anything from like the 40s up through the 70s. But Westerns are probably my favorites.
What's your thoughts on rom coms?
Um, I can't remember the last time I saw a good one, but I'm sure they're out there. Can't remember the last time I saw one, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough, fair enough. I guess I'll say, do you have a favorite actor?
Um, Again, as a Western fan, I love John Wayne.
Mm,
I love Clint Eastwood. Um, and it would be hard to say which of those two I prefer. So,
okay, all right. What about actress?
oh, a favorite actress. I haven't really considered that too terribly much. Um, if I'm being perfectly frank, no, I can't think of a single actress that where I'm like, oh wow, she's in that. I need to see that. And I'm not. It's not an anti-woman thing. I just don't have a favorite actress.
Fair
I could
enough.
say a name, but I'd be making it up.
Okay. All right. I like the honesty. I like the honesty. Um, what's your all-time favorite movie?
Um, Probably The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Ooh, nice choice.
Yeah, yeah.
What about that movie intrigues you?
Um, the way it looks, first of all, I think is awesome. It's beautifully shot. Um, I like the way that the actors and the director, of course, are able to give a lot of emotion and portray the goings on just through the characters' faces. Um, I think that that's awesome how Leone particularly can do that. Um, and just overall, I think it just tells a great story. The backdrop's awesome, and the actors absolutely kill it in that movie.
So earlier you mentioned John Wayne and Clint Eastwood as your favorite actors, and then you named The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly as your movie. What separates it from, say, your favorite John Wayne movies?
Um, I do think that a lot of that's kind of just down to the look of the film, the feel of the film, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of great John Wayne movies and even other Clint Eastwood movies, like Josie Wales is awesome. The Shootist. I know not everyone loves The Shootist, but I think The Shootist is awesome. John Wayne's last film, or The Cowboys or anything like that. There's just something epic about The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Um, and I guess maybe the secret weapon in that movie is Eli Wallach, who plays Tuco in it, who is just awesome. Love that character.
All right. Well, along this same lines here, what is your favorite TV show?
Um, Not as probably most people these days. I'm not a big TV watcher. I know
It
that
doesn't have to be current.
I
It could
still
be. It could
know
be
they
a
make
bit.
streaming shows, but I don't watch those as much as I used to. Uh, I love Seinfeld. When I was younger, I watched Seinfeld a ton, so I'd say Seinfeld.
So that's a great choice.
Yeah.
Favorite character on the show?
Um, Probably Jerry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not a Kramer guy.
Oh, I love them all, but Jerry probably not that I need to be able to relate to him, but found him kind of relatable.
All right. Outside of the movies and TV shows, now get a little bit more personal again here, Barry. What's your education and career?
Well, I work at Chaddock, kind of like as a case manager of sorts. It's not what it's called, but nobody else knows what family service coordinator means. Um, and I'm a high school graduate, and that's the extent of my education.
Fair enough. What about any hobbies or interests outside of movies and TV?
Um, Let me think here. I'm kind of a boring fella raising kids, so I don't have any particularly interesting hobbies. I keep myself busy, but as far as like, building, you know, model trains or something. That's not a thing. So I'm sure there are things that I do for fun, but to name them off the top of my head, I mean, I do sports and stuff with my kids, and I have like a 3.5 acre yard that I guess I can count as a hobby because I like to keep it looking nice. But that's about it. Someday when my kids are fully raised, I will have the hobbies. That's my goal.
Fair enough. And most importantly here, since we've been talking about James Bond here, is what's your drink of choice, sir?
I'm kind of soft, so I'm not a big drinker, but I do enjoy mead, which is basically honey wine. And I also like to mix up some Malibu with some pink lemonade. And maybe I shouldn't be telling that to people, but it tastes pretty good and it goes down easy. So
Hey,
those are my favorite drinks.
we're past the age of being embarrassed by our drinks,
Yeah,
man.
well, what if I told you I put an umbrella in it?
Well.
Change.
Well, I think that's all the questions I had for you. Is there anything else you want to let the fans know that about Patrick Barry before we wrap this up?
No, not particularly. I know that you mention it, most of the time or every time, that, you know, the Bond films are new to me, and they largely are. I had some knowledge, of course, of James Bond movies coming into this, but it was pretty minimal beyond, knowing a little bit about the Pierce Brosnan movies. So it's cool to, kind of take all of these in, and I'm glad that you suggested it to me.
Well, I appreciate it, and you'll get more of Patrick Barry on our regular episodes and upcoming B-sides. So thanks for tuning in to the B-side.